But now, obviously, with BlizzCon 2023 going on, we are finding out a lot of fun and exciting new things about the different games we play, like Warcraft Rumble here. And if you look over on the Dungeon tab, you will see a Raids Locked coming soon under Dungeons. And I actually got to travel to Blizzard headquarters about 6 weeks ago and play this internally there at Blizzard, which was definitely a really interesting experience, because when you're going into their like testing room there at Blizzard to play exclusive content that hasn't been shared with the world yet, they take your phone and they lock it up in like a cabinet so you can't access it, and then you are allowed to enter the room and then sit down and start playing and testing stuff. So a few of us content creators, we flew out there to Blizzard headquarters in California, and then they partnered us with the person we were sitting next to, and we tried to play through these raids that are currently locked in the live game. And this is going to be a really fun addition to the game when it actually launches, because it's going to be an opportunity to play together with one of your friends in PvE content and clear dungeons as a social activity instead of just doing it solo. And a little bit of an inside scoop there from the Blizzard trip, we played through this as content creators and partnered up for these raids, and it was actually really tough content. Now, at the time, none of us really knew the game. We weren't expert players. We didn't know all of the minis. We didn't know all of the spells and what they counter and what they do and how everything is going to be interacting and how to get efficient trades in the battlefield and all of that. But none of the teams were able to successfully clear all of the waves of the raids. So, if I could go back and do it now, I would obviously probably have a lot more success, because now I have hundreds of hours of playing the game and I'm not super confused. When I was playing there at Blizzard, testing it internally, I didn't even know what the units did. I was like dropping a unit and I was like, oh, that one flies. That's kind of cool. Like, I didn't know the counters and how to be efficient and all of that. So I'm excited to see how tough it will be when it comes out, now that I know the game a little bit, as opposed to when I tried it there at Blizzard. And then Blizzard did put together this recap article. So a lot of this at first is just kind of introducing people to the game and kind of walking people through the different mechanics and what is going on. But then down here, if you keep going, they do have a section called The Future of Warcraft Rumble that I definitely wanted to cover here in a news type of video. So let's go through this together. A slew of new content and features are currently being experimented with or already in production. Here's a high-level view of what Warcraft Rumble is currently working on. New seasons. So currently there's a season going on in-game. That is what you are seeing with Sylvanas. And if you click on your clan rewards, you can see up there on the top row, it's got Sylvanas that you can get here if you're able to get the points necessary. And right there, if I click on that, I had actually just acquired enough points within my clan, and there we go. I got the 10 stars there for Sylvanas because our team was able to get to this 10,510 points, and at 10,000 you unlock the Sylvanas, so I was able to claim that here on the video, and that is part of the mini that is featured in Season 1 as a new leader. And seasons are 6 weeks long, where players can expect updates every upcoming season. Season 1 just got underway with Sylvanas introduced as the Undead Leader. She's exclusively available this season through the PvP ladder and the War Chest. Each season will bring a new mini to the game. So obviously with Season 1, we've already seen that it's going to be the leader Sylvanas. Season 2 is going to bring a troop that can be added to any army. Season 3 will be Emperor Thaurissan from the depths of Black Rock Mountain, rolled out to the Black Rock family. And then Season 4 will usher in the Fairy Dragon as a new seasonal mini, resistant to elemental attacks. Then a section for Ragnaros. Players can acquire the Ragnaros mini. The leader won't be a part of seasonal content, but will be tied to the release of the Molten Core raid. So that new raids feature where you play with a friend and you clear through dungeons. Defeat Ragnaros to add him and his unique mechanics to your collection of minis. Supporting features co-op modes. From Warcraft Rumble's initial conception, it was viewed as a co-op game that would be fun to play solo or with a friend. So to realize this plan, the team is planning to create the ability to party with a guildmate and engage in co-op battles via the raid feature. Developing the party and raid feature opens the potential for added modes of co-op play, such as completing quests, Arc-like surges, and PvP. That would be super hype if they added a 2v2 PvP mode where you could team up with a friend and use two different leaders and do different synergies and then do a 2v2 mode. I would be super excited for that. Then there's more information here about raids, which is that content we talked about earlier in the video where they're going to be adding dungeons you do with a friend. Raids will require players to party with one of their guild mates. Raids are available for a limited time each season. Each wing will host 2 of the raid bosses and comes with a unique reward. Take Molten Core as an example. Molten Core is split into 3 wings before the final boss encounter. The expectation for Molten Core is that the first wing is at level 26, the second at 27, and so on. Players will need to consider which leaders to bring to each encounter. Wing 1, the first encounter, will be Lucifron and Magmadar. Wing 2 brings Genis and Shazra and Gar, and Wing 3 hosts Baron, Geddon, and Gol Mag. It wouldn't be Molten Core without the final boss, Ragnaros. Each wing delivers powerful and unique rewards. Clearing the first wing will unlock the boost slot for an army of your choice. Clearing Wing 2 will reward you with a legendary tome, and then Wing 3 a legendary core. For every 2 raid bosses brought down, players will earn Valor that can be used to upgrade their gold army slots to a platinum slot. Then the final reward upon defeating Ragnaros is adding him to your leader collection and additional star points. Then there's also going to be a new dungeon and zone content. So that mode that you play through with the 3 different boss stages and waves that you play through to increase the levels of the army for the leader that you were using. There's going to be a new type of dungeon for that. We get a new campaign zone in the Moonglade. And it looks like this mode will have 5 different maps that you can progress in for both normal and heroic missions. And it will also be the final zone of the campaign. So it looks like they can keep kind of adding to the final stages of the campaign and keep kind of slowly making that larger and larger. Then there's some PvP updates, the upcoming seasonal rotation system to randomize what map selection rather than featuring the same map for an entire season to keep things fresh and fun, adding a new modifier category. So what they're talking about there with the modifier category is if you go into PvP, you can see the 3 different modifiers up there. You've got Altaric Valley, Guard Towers, and Clean Fight, these 3 different cards. So what that's going to kind of mean is instead of just the map, the towers, and the 1 modifier here that says Clean Fight, there could be 2 modifiers for each PvP season. Global leaderboards are also being added to support the PvP community's never-ending quest to know who's best. And then along with these updates to the PvP system, there is a feature that many players have been looking forward to for some time: replays. That is huge. It drives me nuts that I lose a game and I can't go look at what happened. I can't learn from it. I can't see the deck that my opponent was using that exploited a weakness in my playstyle. If I get an epic win that comes down to the wire, I can't go enjoy it and watch the replay and see what happened. It's super crucial to get the replay feature added to the game as soon as possible. We need like a match history, and even going above that, I would like to see us get some stats. Like after a match, I want to see a stats screen where it shows each mini and how much damage it inflicted, how much damage it tanked, and also how much it healed, how many times it was played. I would love to see all sorts of stats like that after a match so we can see cool things like, oh wow, my Huntress did 7,400 damage. She carried me hard that match. I must have really got a lot of value out of that. Or I'm not really getting a lot of value out of this mini in my current playstyle. I should think about shaking that up a little bit. It'd be super important for us to get those stats at the end of a match. Then they've got a section for new cosmetic items via the War Chest. Each 6-week season will bring the opportunity to collect new cosmetic items from the War Chest and PvP ladder. So there are cosmetics in the game. If you scroll all the way down in your army section, you'll see right here, you've got like different skins for your tower and your Kobold Miner right now. But also along with tower skins, we have several new emotes in the works, and you can keep scrolling down further and you'll see that you earn different emotes right here to equip that you can use while you're playing during PvP or whatever. And that does it for what they had in this article right here. I think that's pretty hyped. The things I'm most hyped about is if I had to pick like the 3 things I'm most hyped about that I saw in here, it would be raids coming so we can start playing through these dungeons with friends and doing some PvE content together. And then also they talked about 2v2 PvP. That would be exciting. I could do collaborations with different content creators. Hopefully they could let us do like show matches or let us host tournaments. Like if we could do custom events where we can do community events that people sign up. We have like a 2v2 tournament or something. There's endless possibilities for fun with that game mode. And then also number 3, I'm excited about the replays. I really want the ability to look back through a match history and see how I'm doing with each leader in PvP and who I faced and what decks I did well against and what decks I did poor against. And then on top of that, I would love to see them add a stats category so we can analyze our games a little bit better. So yeah, it looks like a lot of exciting new stuff coming to Warcraft Rumble soon. And remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Warcraft Rumble content, where I will keep you in the loop of everything going on. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.